I've been missing in action for several weeks. I'm very busy, lots of different obligations that came up. So I'm back in the saddle, so to speak. This is the relationship reading for all Aries for the month of May 2016. So let's see what we've got. Our first card is a Seven of Pentacles. This is the Magician, Temperance, Six of Wands, Two of Swords, a Knight of Wands, nice. I have the Chariot, I have a Ten of Pentacles, and then a Page of Cups. Okay. Wands are very significant. Your energy is definitely in here. Let's focus on this Knight of Wands. It's usually associated with Sagittarius. But a couple things. The Magician has a wand, and as we all know, magicians work with energies. They make things happen. They use that fire energy to make their vision manifest. They have great influence. They have great inner power, and they act on it. So when you have this wand here, he's holding a wand. Lots of good energy surrounding you as far as your intent in the relationship. But keep in mind the center card, which is the dominant theme of all the cards. This Two of Pentacles is indicating a disconnect, and I do feel as if this Two of Swords is a disconnect between you and another person. You might be ready to move forward in this relationship, but there's an important decision or meeting of the minds that needs to take place between you and a partner or a love interest. And also, as far as major arcana, you do have 3, and you have that Magician, as I said, great power, great influence. You have Temperance, which is sort of like a cooling off. It's about inner peace and inner balance. So without, so within. That this makes an interesting pair, because the Magician, the energy of the Magician is more extroverted and more action-oriented, but you also need to have that temperance, that inner peace, that inner joy, the balance of your emotions. You're at peace with yourself. So these two cards from the major arcana make a very nice pair here, and it's almost as if this Seven of Pentacles, and you have a Ten of Pentacles here, it's almost as if you've been waiting and healing and looking for your opportunities, and then it's almost like you act. Okay, you make a decision and you're at peace with it. Okay, it almost feels as if with this Magician, some of you Aries recently made a decision in your life about moving forward, and it's given you inner peace. You're no longer waiting for a particular outcome with this person. So I think that's very important, because it's about healing, but it's also about making what you want to have happen, being assertive and believing in yourself. So when I get here, this was the past influences, this is the present influences. Then we have this energy of more wands. Six of Wands is about victory. And then a Knight of Wands who does take action, very bold action. And the Knight of Wands seems to be a lower echo of the Magician, because the Knight of Wands, yes, he's taking his wand, But I feel like this is more about you having a game plan with the Magician, and the Knight of Wands is taking a first step, and it's being backed up with the Six of Wands. But still, I feel like between you and another person, there's still some indecision. Things are still up in the air, and it could be that someone that you are attached to is sort of going back and forth in the relationship, which can be very frustrating. So what's coming down in the pipe as far as the future, you do have this Chariot, and this is very important here, because once again the Chariot seems to be amplifying the Two of Swords, because the Chariot is about things, two parts coming together and working together and moving forward. The Dark Horse represents, traditionally in Wiccan interpretation according to this deck, and this is called the Witch's Tarot by Ellen Dugan. I love this card. It fits in exactly with my Wiccan foundation. So you do have that Dark Horse, which is the subconscious, the White Horse, which is consciousness, the light, visible, and so you're directing the subconscious and the conscious together to reach your goals. You also have that Moon here. The Moon is about the subconscious and the dreams, your hopes and dreams. So you have the Moon and the stars here. You have a little bit of firmament and a little bit of air, water and air together, combining to motivate your dreams and your hopes. And so it feels like, Aries, that even if some of you did break up recently, or if you were alone, it seems as if you are starting to move forward, whether it's reuniting with a partner or working things out, or giving things time to develop. It seems as if you've healed, you know what you want, and you're ready to move forward with or without this person. So then from the Chariot we get this Ten of Pentacles, which is about this prosperous, usually in relationship readings, this prosperous partnership, living together, being together, making a life together. But it's not everything that makes a relationship. It just seems to be about this stable household, this stable partnership, making a life together. And then it's followed up with a Page of Cups, the beginning of love, the opening up of emotions. And sometimes the page, because it represents a young person or a message, I feel like this is more about a message of love, an expression of love, a coming together in love, here with the Page of Cups, especially as it's followed by these very strong cards, the Chariot, moving forward. Any schisms or divisions are coming back together. And then you have a Ten of Pentacles, which is, as you know, the number 10 is the number of the endings and the beginning of new cycles. So when we begin that new cycle, it kind of makes sense. You got a Page of Cups here, a new beginning, falling in love. I think even for some of you Aries, this could be about falling in love with a new person, someone new in your life that maybe you've been waiting around for, or it's been touch and go. So hence the slow energy of that Two of Swords. So the outcome card I have, it is a Seven of Cups reversed. Now, the Cups energy, the only Cups energy, we have Cups in the Temperance, remember? That's about emotional stability and unity and balance and harmony. And then you have a Page of Cups, the beginning of hopeful expectations in love, having a crush, beginning of affection. But the Seven of Cups is always about making emotional decisions. Sometimes it can be about having your head in the clouds, these aspirations and dreams and feelings that you have about this relationship with the Chariot. Just be careful that your expectations don't get out of control, which is why this Seven of Cups is reversed. That Aries, some of you might be in love, you might really want someone very bad, you might want a relationship very bad, But when this Seven of Cups shows up in the outcome, it's sort of like a warning from the oracle to scale back a little bit. You might be pushed back emotionally. And also, don't sacrifice your emotions. Don't allow someone else to push you into a bad decision about the relationship. Okay, sometimes this can mean bad decisions. You have not chosen wisely. But I feel like in the context of the other cards, this is more about you having to take a step back emotionally. You might be falling in love. Someone else, you and another person might be having this very romantic connection. But just be aware that you want to always be grounded here. Okay. And yes, and you have two sevens here as well. And remember, 7 is always the number of inner transition, changes, readjusting. Okay, so when the 7s get reversed here, as I said, just be careful that you're not making the wrong decisions, and that you don't let your emotions get away from you, or let your emotions override. Don't let your heart override your head here, because it's easy to get carried away when we are in love. And that is your reading. And thank you guys so much for your patience and understanding. And just to let you know, I do need to make adjustments to my schedule. I've just been very, very busy because I am a teacher. But I will probably limit my availability for readings to Friday evenings and Saturday afternoons and evenings. So I apologize, but I'm trying not to, I'm trying not to disappoint people who do need the reading. So I do need to adjust my time accordingly. I'm not going to be available as much as I used to, unfortunately. But I still hope to hear from you. I want to thank you all for your emails of concern. I always appreciate it. It's great to be needed, and it's good to be able to read for you again. So I wish you love and light, and I hope you are having a wonderful spring.